Happy Wednesday! Today we will be on page 512 and we will actually be ending on 513. This is actually a pretty small lesson, but I know it's going to take a little time for me to explain, so just buckle up and bear with me. So this is lesson 95, and today we are talking about the estimation still, but we were talking about verifying answers. So verify is a very, very fancy word to see if your answer is correct or reasonable or close to the answer. Okay, so we're verifying if our answers are close enough by our estimation. So remember, estimation, for example, if I have a number like 95, like our lesson, I know I can estimate to 100 and still be pretty close to my answer because I'm estimating a total, okay? So here we go. Let's jump into example number 1. Let me read this and then example number 1. So it says, we can use estimation to check whether a count, a measure, or a calculation is reasonable. Remember, if it's close to an answer, etc. Read the story on the following page and decide if Amber's total is reasonable. So Amber wants to buy 3 shirts for $28. She decides not to buy the shirts when she multiplies that 3 times 28 is $624. Okay? So it says, Amber could estimate to check if the total is reasonable. She can round 28 to 30. Then she can multiply 3 times 30 and realize that actually her total will be closer to $90. Is 600, so this is what you're asking yourself, is $624 close to $90? And I hope that you're screaming at the screen that no way, Jose, $90 is not close to 624. If I said, please get me a present for $624, or you can have a present for $90, I would always choose the $90 one. Okay? So, those are not numbers that are close, but I already know that you know that. We're really using close numbers that are easy to work with. Okay, so let's go on to example number 1. Francine bought a bat for $32. Now, in your head, you should already be thinking, what can I estimate 32 to make this a better number for me to work with? Okay, she bought a bat for $32, a mitt for $49, and a pair of batting gloves for $13. The question is, she calculates that she needs $94 for all 3 items. Is her total reasonable? So let's go ahead and just make this really easy on ourselves. We're going to take some compatible numbers, remember what we learned in the past 2 lessons, and we are going to estimate the total by adding those numbers up. So, we are going to make 32 into 30. We are going to make 49 into 50. And we are going to make 13 into 10. Okay? So, I know that I'm right at the edge, but I'm just going to tell you. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 1 is 9, and we get an answer of $90. Is Francine's answer close to $94? Absolutely, class. Absolutely. Because, like in our last example, she estimated 624 is close to 90. That is no way, Jose. But Francine estimated 90 and the total was actually, estimated 90 and the total was actually 94. That is a pretty good guess. So when the book asks you, is her total reasonable? The answer here, class, is absolutely yes. Her total is reasonable. It is definitely appropriate for this specific question. Okay? So, I'm going to continue erasing. Alright, so let's do example number 2, and then your lesson practice is to hand it in to me. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. Cody counted 213 words on one page. Here's our number 213. After reading 5 pages, Cody estimates that he read 1,050 words. Okay, is Cody's estimate reasonable? So, 213 is really close to 200. And 200 times 5 is a pretty awesome multiplication question to do. So the reason why I multiplied, let's do this really quick, just to go over this. There's 200, and the question asks us to take that 200 and times it by 5 pages. So that's why we did multiplication. Of course, you can do 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200, but again, that's going to take longer, and we can definitely do multiplication faster because you're almost 4th graders. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. 0 times 5 is 0. 0 times 5 is 0. And 2 times 5 is 10, making our total 1,000. Is 1,000 really close to 1,050? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so both of these were reasonable, but don't get confused. Some of them might not be reasonable. So when you do your lesson practice, just watch out for those that they're going to try to trick you. And make sure that it's not a question like our first one that we went over. Okay? You guys did awesome today. I can't wait to see those lesson practices. I will talk to you again tomorrow. See ya.